So Gamescom is going on, and obviously opening night was yesterday. Lots of stuff getting announced, lots of exciting things. The one thing that I wanted to talk about, actually, more like three things. Number one is the Outlast trials. Number two is Dead Island. And number three is the Callisto Protocol. And yes, guys, pretty much all horror games, but that's because I'm a massive lover of horror titles. So let's start at the top with the Outlast trials. The Outlast trials, guys, I'm excited about it. Obviously, they're going to be releasing a beta here, which is pretty interesting. I'm actually very interested to see what they, decide to do here with that beta and what that all looks like. Very excited to get my hands on the Outlast trials. I think that's a title that could be something really special. We've waited a long time for it. It was, a lot of folks believed it to be in a development hell cycle, but it looks like, we are getting very close to this title coming out with, obviously the beta releasing. It's an exciting time, guys, to be a horror fan, but even just a gaming fan. I think it is definitely something exciting. Number two, Dead Island. So Dead Island is, a title that obviously, I playing through the first one, I thought that, I thought it was pretty good. I liked it overall for what it was. It was kind of like that first person Dead Rising almost. Not quite as cheesy as Dead Rising, but definitely had a number of elements to it that were, interesting kills, just very interesting moments and things of that nature. And so, I can say that I very much so enjoyed Dead Island for what it was. So this one coming out, I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks pretty good. It looks just as intense as, looks like there's some, going to be a little bit of some cheesy humor in it. There's a number of things, though, that make it a title that I definitely want to play, right? It's not like, it probably isn't something that'll be, a top 10 game for me of the year when it releases, but there's a good chance that it'll be a fun time to at least play. And then coming in at number three, the Callisto Protocol. Now, it's been widely recorded, guys, on my YouTube channel, Zero TV. Obviously, you guys are seeing this on Zero TV too. If you guys haven't, guys, definitely subscribe to Zero TV 2. We're going to be uploading more and more gaming, movie, and TV show related content here that we don't release on Zero TV. But I've spoken a multitude of times that the Callisto Protocol is one of my most anticipated games of the future. Also, included in that would be games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. There's just a number of games. But the Callisto Protocol, guys, has been a title I am very excited about. Not only because, obviously it's a Dead Space spiritual successor. Glenn Schofield, one of the creators of Dead Space, as well as one of the co-founders of Sledgehammer, helping out with Call of Duty and things of that nature. This guy has a resume, needs no endorsement from me, but obviously very excited to see what this game's all going to be about. They showed some gameplay, and absolutely, it looks like Dead Space. When you're looking at it, it looks like Dead Space. Some of the creatures remind me of like the clickers from The Last of Us, which isn't a bad thing, but, I'm hoping that they have a lot of original creatures and things of that nature. It's definitely, Last of Us is, in my mind, the greatest PlayStation game ever made, and one of the greatest horror titles ever made, for sure. Dead Space is up there, and the Callisto Protocol has, I believe, an opportunity to be one of, if not the greatest horror title ever made. Just based on kind of the build-up, the graphics, what looks to be the story. Looks like there's a lot of mystery here, a lot of kudos to Dead Space. Very excited, to say the least, about that as a title that's coming up here as well. I want to hear what you guys think, though, in the comment section down below. What were the things that what stood out to you in, day one of Gamescom, opening night? What'd you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more gaming news, content, and videos, stay here with Zero TV 2.